Good morning there. It's a beautiful morning for me to leave this area from La Ventana. So I had such an amazing time over here, which you've seen in my last videos. But in today's video, I'm taking it all the way back to the United States. So I'm leaving on my own. So this whole video is gonna be about me traveling solo all the way back to the United States from Mexico. And so many people I know are afraid of it, but I'm gonna show you what it's like. Even though I'm traveling back to the United States on my own, I'm feeling pretty excited about this trip and the landscapes and the people that I'm gonna see along the way. I mean, I'm a bit nervous, I'm not gonna lie, but I always get like that when I'm in these areas where there isn't really good cell signal. All right, so we made it, about 10:30. We left at 7, and so far it's been a very easy drive. Pretty flat. Roads through here are pretty nice, actually, compared to the ones we're gonna have to go through later. So there's actually a shoulder, wide enough lanes for semis, and I just have to get some gas really quick and fill up and let Lily out. Then we're on our way. Next stop is Laredo. It's the next biggest town. We have to go through a mountain pass. One of the things I really love about driving, especially in places like this, is enjoying the landscape and silence. I won't even play music. I really get into my thoughts and think about life. I think about my business, I think about the things I'm grateful for, and also the people in my life. I'm also thinking this is going to be a very long drive if I'm stuck behind this semi all the way through this winding mountain pass. Thankfully, he put that left turn signal on to let me know it was all clear ahead. I'm still cautious though, and I poke my head around the left side quickly with the van to make sure I can also see it's clear before I cautiously pass. Hey. Hey. No, sorry. Well, that was an interesting one. So they went through all of my stuff, even like climbed on my bed and went through my things, which is okay. They just asked where I was coming from and where I was going to. But then he pulls out a piece of paper and he asked me, he pointed at it for me to read, and it says, "Do you have a tip for me?" And I was like, no. No, I just did. And then he went through my beach bag, and I always keep like a little bit of extra cash in this pocket with some quarters just in case I ever need it when I'm out and about. And he picked it up and he looked at me and then pointed at the piece of paper, and I still said no. And he just put it back down and then walked out. I know that, you know, they want to make a living and all of that, but that's like abuse of authority, you know what I mean? I love Baja, I love it, but I just wish things like that didn't happen. But at least he didn't give me a hard time. When I said no, he was fine and moved on. Alright, so that's the place that I was supposed to go to for tonight, but it is so packed here. I can't believe how packed it is. There's like no spots. So I'm gonna head just up the street to Playa Santa Spec where I was at before. So dang, it sucks that we can't stay here tonight, but hopefully that place is not as crowded. This place is pretty amazing. It doesn't matter that we couldn't get into the other place over there, but it's free. It's a beautiful spot. We've already been here before. I wish we could have gone to a new place, but again, can't do much better than this. It's one of my favorite places. Lily. What do you see? And a huge thank you to Athletic Greens for sponsoring this video today. I've been taking AG1 from Athletic Greens now for 2 months, and wow, what a huge difference it has made in my life in such a small package. I was taking all of these supplements before, which takes up valuable space in my small van.
And I replaced it with this one small package each month, or this little travel package if I'm away from the van. My body is seriously craving this nutrition now, and I can absolutely feel the difference if I miss a day from taking my AG1. My energy level and my focus have improved so much, and you know that's important as you're aging. AG1 has 75 vitamins, minerals, whole food source superfoods, probiotics, and adaptogens in 1 scoop daily. Now I start each day with AG1 before I even have my coffee. Not only am I getting in the vitamins and minerals I need, but I'm also rehydrating my body after sleep. I like to drink mine with a straw. To be completely honest, I feel like it just really sets up my entire day for success, and I feel like I'm making better food choices and not caving into those food cravings. And look, I'm not a doctor, but maybe I'm getting the nutrients into my body that it needs, and I'm able to absorb that nutrition better. You also get the 1-year supply of vitamin D, which I love because I've had to supplement with vitamin D for years, and this dropper makes it so much more convenient than taking pills. I keep my AG1 powder in this canister in my fridge, and then the travel packs in my purse just in case I'm on the go or traveling away from the van. If you haven't tried the incredible benefits of AG1, then I highly suggest it. Make sure you click the link in the description to get the AG1 immunity bundle that comes with a 1-year supply of vitamin D plus 5 individual travel packs for free with your purchase. So I hope you give it a try and take control of your nutritional health today. A lot of the questions I know are going to come up because they come up with me just solo traveling in the United States. But am I afraid to solo travel here in Mexico? Fear, afraid, nervousness, it's kind of all the same, I suppose. So nervousness is a little bit of maybe of a lighter scale, where fear is like full-blown, like I'm afraid. If you've been on my channel long enough, you know that I look at fear as something to overcome, but I also want to make sure I'm safe. So I'm not going to do anything that's going to put my life in danger, or what I feel is going to put my life in danger. So I've always said that I like traveling to Mexico in pairs or with a group of people. And of course I'm going back without that. But I felt very comfortable traveling that entire way. I kept thinking to myself as I was going down with Shane and Holly, could I do this on my own? And absolutely, yes, I feel like I can. I've got, safety devices, my Garmin inReach here that I've been talking to my friends and family with. I check in every so often, put some waypoints down, let them know where I'm staying. I gave them an itinerary of where I'm at. Yeah, am I nervous about it? Yeah, of course I am, but I went to Alaska, drove all the way through British Columbia, part of Alberta, well, Alberta first, then British Columbia, then Yukon Territory, and Alaska by myself. So I met up with some friends when I was in Alaska. Most of the time, I was by myself. So I feel like if I can do that, I can do this too. There's bad people everywhere, guys. The people here in Mexico are not bad. You hear about the stuff, of course, with the military police and the police. I get it. It sucks. I don't like it. I wish they wouldn't do it. The more people that don't give them bribes and don't give them money, or tips as they call them, the less it's gonna happen, I think. So I don't know what to say about that, but they're not necessarily harming anybody. They're just giving you a bunch of guff, which is not cool. The last stop that I did at the military checkpoint, would that have happened if I had been traveling with people? Maybe not, because he asked me if I was solo, so maybe he thought he could, kind of scare me a little bit. But he wasn't scary. He never was forceful, none of that stuff. He was actually a really pleasant person to deal with. So just, I said no to his request on the tip. I think my biggest fear always, it doesn't matter if I'm in the US, it doesn't matter if I'm in Canada, it doesn't matter if I'm in Mexico. My biggest fear is really breaking down somewhere and not having cell signal. So the Garmin inReach that I talked to you about has an SOS signal on it. They'll send the police out. But, I feel like I've also seen enough nomads on the road too that I could stop a nomad to help me. You're always taking a chance, I suppose, but I'm also not going to live my life in fear all the time. So I take calculated risks and a lot of measures to make sure that I'm safe. So, so far so good. Everything's going well. We're gonna stay here for the night. And on that note, I'm exhausted. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. Go play out here with Lily, stretch our legs, walk the beach. Oh wow. It is so beautiful out here. Got lots of campers over here this time with tents. Having my chickpea smash sandwich. I love that. Kind of like a mock tuna fish. Now, I'm gonna go watch a movie that I downloaded. Bridget Jones' Diary. Have you guys seen that one? Mr. Darcy. Isn't he every girl's dream?
Wouldn't by any chance have any beetroot cubes, would you?
Good morning, guys. I'm having my oatmeal with apples and bananas, and I've added flaxseed for heart health. I went to sleep so early last night, just watching movies and reading, that I got up like at 3 o'clock this morning. So it's now 6 o'clock this morning. So I'm having breakfast. I'm waiting for the sun to come up. As soon as it comes up, I'll show you guys outside, and then we're gonna get on the road. Today's trip is only going to be about 3.5 hours. We're staying at a hotel / RV park that's just south of Guerrero Negro, but it's right off the highway. And my friends Denny and Veronica told me that it was a great place to stay because it's right off the highway and it's got a restaurant. So we're going to go have some dinner tonight over there. I'm excited to go to this new place. It's just so beautiful. I've never actually driven while the sun is still coming up. It's gonna be amazing. Well, change of plans. I got to the RV hotel campground. Forget the name of the city. It's just south of Guerrero Negro. Wasn't feeling it because I knew about this place, Pete's Campground. It's in San Felipe. I'd rather be over here by the water. It's a little cloudy right now. So I'm gonna stay here for 2 days actually. So I paid for 2. It's quite pricey since I was last here, and I have full hookups. But they added these things and also these concrete pads, which is different. So they spruced the place up, in other words. But they've got a nice restaurant. They have showers. I've got full hookups. $55 a night US. I had to get rid of some pesos, so I just did it. But it's nice to be able to relax here in this beautiful spot. Well, that's supposed to keep the flies away. I'm not sure how great it's doing, but it's doing all right. So thanks again to Denny and Veronica for having me drink again. We've got some tequila straight up. It's nice and neat. I don't wake up in the morning feeling weird, and I'm not getting drunk off of it. So thank you, Denny and Veronica, for another tip. So they have this really great restaurant over here that's just up above the campground. So you can see the RVs that are down there, and then you just walk up the hill and we're here. So cheers. I got tacos, enchiladas, rice and beans. Yummy. Good morning there, everyone. It's a beautiful day out here. Come on, Lily, you want to come up here? Come on. Oh, Lily's gonna say hi too. It's a beautiful day outside. We woke up to the sunrise again. Yeah, you know it's my favorite thing. We're gonna go walk the beach and enjoy the day. I leave here tomorrow for the US border. It's been fantastic, even though I've been solo. I've not been nervous. Like the first day I was a little bit nervous, but the next two, not really. It's been fine. This is my third time, so I know the roads pretty well. And you just have to remember when you're here, you know, sometimes we talk on the phone while we're driving, hands-free, of course. You can't really do that here. You have to be super active driving because they have topes in the road, which are those big speed bumps. They're around cities and stuff like that. They're around towns just before you get in them and when you're leaving, and sometimes in the middle, and sometimes they're marked and sometimes they're not marked. There could be potholes in the road. There could be oncoming traffic. There could be traffic behind you that needs to get by you. So you have to let them know that they can go by putting on your left turn signal. That lets them know that it's clear in front of you. So you just have to always be paying attention. There's cows everywhere. There's wild horses. There's no shoulders on some of the roads. There's just so much you have to watch out for. So, but it keeps you awake, I'll say that. Let's go enjoy the beach.
You ready? Go. Go. Where?
So I came upstairs to eat, and they have a wonderful breakfast over here, American and Mexican breakfast. My favorite lately has been to order the Topo Chico, which is the sparkling water, or they call it, let me say it, agua con gas. Agua con gas. I'm learning more Spanish. And then orange juice, freshly squeezed. I'm gonna sit up here and work. I brought my computer over here. I brought my hotspot. I'm gonna work up here for about an hour or so while I eat and enjoy this beautiful view. Well, it's our last night over here, and I'm just gonna sit out here and watch the sun go down. It's so beautiful right now, and just kind of reflecting on my time here in Baja. It's been pretty amazing, and I've accomplished exactly what I intended to do by coming down here. It's also been an amazing time by myself. This video was all about me solo traveling this last leg back from La Ventana, all the way back to the US border, and it's been absolutely incredible. I've had really no big concerns. There was a little bit of nervousness in the beginning, but I feel like it's pretty safe. So I know that I like to travel in groups, and we always say safety in numbers, and that still holds true. But I think that if you want to travel down here by yourself, that it's totally fine. You just need to take precautions like you would anywhere else, that people know where you're at, because there's not a lot of good cell signal here unless you're close to bigger towns, and you're just not going to be able to reach anybody should you have an emergency in those areas that you don't have cell service. So again, the Garmin InReach is one of those good things to have. The people here are amazing and great, and I just don't think that, you know, all the media fear and stuff that's out there about Mexico is not always true, at least not in Baja. I haven't been to mainland Mexico, but I have friends who live there and they love it. There are bad things everywhere. There are bad people everywhere. There are bad things that happen everywhere. It doesn't just happen in Mexico. Good morning, everyone. It's my last day here in Mexico. We only have about 2.5 hours to the Mexican-US border, and hopefully, fingers crossed, everything goes smoothly and I don't get detained like I did last time for an hour because I went down the wrong lane. Lily, you ready? Ready to go for a ride? We're going back to the US. Well, the line to get back into the United States is quite long. Well, 2 hours later, we're still sitting here at the border waiting to get across. It's nuts over here. And by the way, if you want anything to purchase, you can literally get your car washed. You can get roses for your loved one or for yourself. You could get windows washed. You could get breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I've seen people jump out of their cars and run to the nearest OXXO over here to go to the bathroom. I even saw a guy selling puppies. That one, I wanted to buy all 3 of them because I felt bad for those puppies because he was holding them up like it was just a bag of chips. I appreciate every single one of you so much. So many of you are patron members on my Patreon account. If you haven't checked that out, click right up here. There's a link to join my Patreon. It's my insider group where you get early access to videos and a lot of other kind of cool free goodies, behind the scenes type stuff, more live updates, things that you're not going to see on any of my other social media. So check that out. See you guys in the next video.